Alright, welcome to today's thought on the scattered thought. Today for you I have a couple different alternative chargers for the Mavic Air 2 by DJI. Like many of you out there, I probably picked up the, I did pick up the Flymore combo, and it did come with a charging unit that is a multiple charger. It's not that bad of a product. However, I was very disappointed by the fact that if you look here, you can plug all three batteries into it, but it's only going to charge one at a time. So even though that you have multiple batteries in here, it's only going to charge the one that has the lowest amount of energy, and then it's going to move on to the next. So it's not really truly simultaneously charging all three of them. And that was the bit I was a little bit disappointed about, but it's not a all-in-all bad charger. Or the regular charger itself, you can actually charge one battery off of it. You know, that's good for travel and things like that, but I wanted to take a little more of a better approach with it. So I went ahead and found these two new chargers for the Mavic Air 2, and what I'll be doing with these is I'll be taking my old one and actually pack this in the bag, and I'll use it for travel and things like that. So these two here are by a company called Hanatora, and what these actually do is one of them is a replacement for your home units and the other is a replacement for the car. So the car one will actually charge 2 at a time, and I believe this one will charge up to 4 at a time, and both of these charge simultaneously. So it does make for a little bit of a better charge when you're out and about if you want to get back out in the field quicker. Mind you, if you have more than the 3 batteries that the Flymore combo comes with, this will help you get all of them charged up a lot faster. You will have to excuse me, I'm looking around a lot because I'm actually trying out some new setups and things along that line, so bear with me as I go down this rabbit hole of YouTube and learn how to kind of do all this for all of you. However, let's go ahead and take a look. First, let's go ahead and take a look at this car charger one. This one I find I'll actually have, I'll probably keep in the car at all times just to always have a charging unit there. And the fact that this only charges 2 means that you can actually charge 2 while you have one in the unit. And from what I understand, it actually charges pretty quickly. So let's see, we got our standard little instruction booklet here, which I'm sure as many of you, I kind of glance through and move along when it comes to that. Now there were a couple different options out there. This one I kind of liked because it was actually a all-in-one unit. And when I have it in the car, I really don't want a bunch of you know, crazy wires and things like that all over the place. So I went ahead and went with this one because it's kind of integrated into itself. So obviously, you know, you plug this in and then you can actually plug in a USB, you know, to charge your phone or charge the controller using the USB-C cable, things along that lines. As you can see here, I actually like that they had a little kind of a protection bracket, and this right here covers it up so that when it's not in use, these things aren't always open. And when you are ready to charge, you just snap these guys right on and it should charge up right away. I have not had a chance to use them. As you can tell, I just kind of opened them, but as always, I kind of like to throw some stuff out there, you know, things that I find and things that I find interesting, just in case any of you out there do the same and want to pick one up for yourselves. So the charge, you know, the car charger is going to be kind of basic, so, you know, let's just go ahead and sit this side. If you're curious, I will put links all the way down in the bottom, and the car charger was $22.98. It's not too bad for a car charger, especially since it charges 2 simultaneously, plus you can charge a controller and or a phone using the USB port on it. So now let's go ahead and move on to the Granddaddy. This is the one that I really wanted to replace because I kind of have like a little battery set up at home that I use for, you know, making sure everything's charged up and ready to go for when I want to run out and do whatever I'm doing. And this, of all the options out there I saw, was, well, relatively priced okay, but it had some features that I kind of liked on it. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. This is actually by the same maker as the car charger. They do have one. They do have models of this for other variations of drones. So make sure that if you are ordering one, that you're actually getting the one for the drone that you want to use it for. As you can see here, even when they mail it to you, it is very clearly labeled for Mavic Air 2. All right. Okay, so this one does have those covers just like the car adapter had, which is nice because I kind of like making sure that things aren't going to get in there when you're out and about. Again, we have another user manual, which one I'll kind of glance through maybe a little bit more later. But we'll go ahead and put this aside for now. So this one, you see all of the units actually separate. So this is one of the things that I liked about it, where you can actually set your things aside. As you can see, this one will actually charge 4 batteries simultaneously. So this doesn't do like the one that came with the Fly More combo, where it waits and charges one and then the next and then the next. This will actually do all 4 of them simultaneously, which is what I was kind of looking for, because I want to be able to get out and about a lot more quicker. This one actually also has 2 USB ports, so you can charge both your phone or your tablet, whichever you use at that time, and actually also charge the controller out of it, which was nice. I liked the fact that it did that. And the other thing that I liked about it is they actually built in cooling, so raised up cooling in it, so wherever you place it when you have it face down, it's actually not going to get too hot, as chargers tend to do. So this one here, you just kind of take this guy here, and then you're going to plug in whichever adapters that you want to use. It's not a bad length on the cables. You know, sometimes you want a little bit of a longer cable, but my station itself doesn't really require it, and you can kind of see it does go further than the unit itself. So even if, especially if you have it this way, which granted this looks like it's the way it's supposed to go, you got a good little distance of where you're going to run these batteries to. So again, you know, you're just going to go ahead and plug these guys in. If you only own 3 batteries, well, you only got to plug in 3 of these things. Or if you only own, you know, 1 or 2 batteries, you can kind of tailor fit it to what it is that you need for your particular situation. I do like that they actually put the plug of this on the opposite side, so that when you kind of set up your stations, it's going to be nice and out of the way. Let's just go ahead and plug this into my handy dandy little desktop thing here. Alright, so I'm not seeing any lights as of yet, which means either 1, I forgot to plug in my surge protector, or 2, it only lights up when something is plugged into it. So let's go ahead and give that a test, shall we? And it's looking like this might not be plugged in, so let me just go ahead and plug this into a different one, shall we? Alright, well, I am definitely plugged into it. There we go. Maybe I just wasn't loose. Now I've got to do this just out of curiosity, because it's not often that I kind of forget to plug something in. Oh yeah, no, I guess I'm gonna have to do a little investigating on that one, but we'll do that later. Right now we're talking chargers. All right, so you can see it does have a light for each situation, and the light does change color. I'm not sure how well that's actually coming through on the camera right now. What I can do is just turn off the light. Maybe that'll help the color come through. Modifying some of these lights around here. And as I use it, I'll come up with better ways to do all of it. But alright, well, it's looking like it's not going to come through too much right now, so there we go. As you can see right there, It has lighting for all of the plugs that it goes on, and if the item itself is actually charging, which I kind of left my battery's not charged up all the way just to get that effect. You can actually see that it lights up red until it is fully charged, and then it'll go back to green. Now, just to show you here, I'm gonna go ahead and plug in a second battery, and now I have 2 red, and as you can see here, as the lights turn around, you can see that both of these batteries are charging simultaneously, which is exactly what I wanted. So that worked out perfectly. I'm actually very impressed by this, and I will be plugging in or replacing my station with the stuff from this particular thing. Let's go ahead and turn some of these lights back on. But yeah, so if you're interested, go ahead and check one of these out. I know this one's a little bit more pricey. This one was $45.99 on Amazon. However, I was planning on getting a more of a mobile kind of charging unit anyways, and since everything was kind of running off of this guy here, I will just go ahead and migrate this one to my portable station and plug this bad boy up in my office just to have it permanently going. And I will probably be working on that right after this video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys like seeing new things and playing around with new things, because I plan on doing a lot of stuff like that, and also getting a lot of shots out and about where I locally live, and maybe even beyond once I can kind of get out that direction. But as always, thank you for sitting through my thought, and have a wonderful day or night, whichever time it is that you are watching this, and take care. Bye.